Hey guys, I'm here with my man. I guarantee you guys haven't seen a van like this in a long time, if ever. I promise you that. Stay tuned because I am here with my man Brandon. Tell me what you got.
ProMaster.
Okay.
And my name's Brandon. And this van is for sale. Been living and building vans for about 5.5 years now.
Damn.
So a lot of first-hand experience on what it's actually like to live in these things. Pretty much the whole intention behind everything in here is to lower my stress as much as possible.
Cool.
So I mean, like one obvious thing is there's no windows in here, which at first is a big thing that people want, but you know, having lived in them for a long time, windows pretty much just translate to heat, extreme cold, noise, people thinking somebody's living in it, stuff like that. So this actually has cameras built into it, so I can use those as windows instead.
Really?
But in general, yeah, everything's just trying to reduce your stress because it's just straight up, it's not legal to live in a vehicle unless you're on private property, which most people don't know.
Stealth living, baby, so, as everybody on my page knows all about.
Yeah, so that's what it's all about. So everything in here is hidden. Kitchen's hidden, bed's hidden, bathroom's hidden. As long as you're conducting business in this space, you're allowed to be inside of it. So it's illegal to habitate a vehicle, which means you can't even eat in it. But if you're conducting business, if you have your own sole proprietorship, which is really easy to do, then you can be conducting business any hour of the day.
Wow. So, I'll bet you a lot of people didn't know that.
Yeah.
So thank you.
So as long as there's no, you know, sleeping area visible, no cooking area visible, no bathroom or shower visible, then this is an office. So,
it's a mobile office.
That said, here's the sink.
He just opened up a sink and his induction cooktop, right? Dual
induction cooktop. We've got a push-to-open table on ball catches, so it stays in place.
Oh, cool.
This is a convection oven, so it does convection oven, grill, and microwave. All the hardwares stay open and soft close.
What a lot of people don't understand is, like, you're a builder and I live in a van myself, they don't realize that how much it takes to power something all like this stuff. So you have probably one of the biggest power systems I've ever heard of.
Yep, so everything here is electric except for there's a gasoline furnace that's tied into the vehicle's fuel tank, so it's just one source. So as long as you have gas in the tank, then you've got your heat. But there's also an electric heated floor, and then all the appliances are running off of electricity. So that's why it's got a 600 amp hour lithium battery bank, and then that's being fed by a second alternator that averages about 200, 250 amps.
Wow, so you do have a separate alternator for your, because you can't run your lithium off of your car alternator.
It's not good for the batteries to have two different, they're different battery chemistries, so they're different charging profiles. So it's basically just going to shorten the life of them. And solar panels, enough. I was just talking to somebody else doing the math, figured it'd take 23 days in perfect conditions to charge these batteries off of just the solar.
Wow.
So with the second alternator, I can do that in 2.5 hours of driving.
Okay.
And then that for most people, you're good for 1 to 2 weeks.
Wow.
So
yeah.
So
that much battery.
If you drive 2.5 hours, you don't have to be in the sun or turn the engine on for 2.5 weeks, and that's running fridge, induction, all that stuff.
So we just showed literally your kitchen, your office, your sink area. This is one of the coolest sections I'm about to ask you right now, and you know what I'm getting at.
The bed.
Your bed. Where is your bed, man? I don't understand. I know where it is, but
so there's a Murphy bed built in the wall, and I guess before I show you that, the other reason, in addition to just like the legality of this stuff disappearing, is the feng shui. So when you're going to bed at night, you're not sleeping in your kitchen, and when you're cooking, you're not in your office, and yada yada. So it's just nice to have it completely transform into one purpose.
Right. That makes perfect sense.
This is the bed.
Murphy bed. And you left those cushions down in there. Yeah. Oh wow, that's amazing.
So that's a 4 foot by 6.5 foot bed, and it closes with all of the bedding as well as a down comforter, electric blanket, and pillows. So everything will fit in there.
Holy moly. And by the way, I was so nice, I had to take off my shoes because I have really nice cozy toes right now inside the van. I don't even know if you have your floor system on right now, but...
We've got a slide out fridge, freezer, And this is held closed by electromagnetic locks, so they're just battery-powered magnets.
Really? And your whole bathroom system's in here as well.
Yeah, this is the slide-out compost toilet.
Sorry about the lighting, guys.
Most people have to empty that about once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, which isn't bad. And you live in this van full time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wardrobe.
Plenty of room.
Tons of space. I left this kind of open, so if somebody wanted to customize it based on their hobbies or interests, we could do that.
You have that blocked off because you want it to be stealth.
Yeah, so again, just back to stress levels and stuff. With this wall in place, you know, I drive around with it closed almost all the time.
Okay.
So I never have to worry about somebody seeing what's back here. So whether I'm parking at the beach or a grocery store or something like that, nobody knows there's a house back here.
Yep.
It also helps immensely with sound. Whether you're driving, you don't hear the pots and pans, or if you're in the back here, you don't hear people at night and stuff. And then temperature-wise, it makes a massive difference.
Okay.
So it can be about 145 up here, and it'll still be 75 back here.
Unbelievable. Look at the little grass in there. That's cool too.
And then in the wintertime, I don't get all the ice on the inside of the windows.
Okay.
Because I'm not heating that area, so I don't get the condensation, which then turns into ice.
Right.
So it can be warm back here, and then no moisture issues up front.
You said earlier that you don't have any windows, but you've got this BA system.
So there's no windows, but we do have a skylight. It's got a blackout, which is effective enough. You can run a projector in here during the daytime, no problem.
Okay.
It's got a bug screen, which matches the sliding screen door. And then this is remote controlled, so it's automatic. It opens pretty much all the way.
What's the opening of that space?
The dimensions, I forget off the top of my head.
But it's big. It's definitely, it's cozy enough. Like, you just open it up and look at the light that came in through that. I mean, that is crazy amounts of light.
Yeah, so the other nice thing about this is when you have side windows, you're going to cover them at night so people can't see in.
Right.
And then you're going to wake up in a pitch black cave, basically.
Right.
So with this, you don't have to cover it at night, and you can wake up with the natural sunlight,
right.
which is a big difference.
It's a huge difference.
I can also get tons of natural light without an ugly view. So most people, when they're thinking windows in a van, they're thinking Yosemite, like gorgeous national parks, but the reality is it's usually like a dumpster, a brick wall, power lines, some car, and a...
the struggles of real van life right there.
So this, you get the light, you're usually looking at tree leaves. It's a lot nicer, in my opinion.
Hey, how can they find you?
Honestly, I'm on Instagram, that's about it, and my Instagram name is BuckSD, so it's BUCKSD. There's also a heated garage in the back, and it's designed for 2 full-size bikes.
I'm going to show you guys that right now. It's enough room. What's the depth of it?
It's 12 inches, but I've cookie-cuttered the bike pedals, so they go into the door and then underneath the couch.
That's genius.
So it saves about 7 inches or so.
And you said you have a screen right here?
We got a...
You're good. That's all good. Say hi.
Sliding screen door. It's same mesh as the
skylight.
And then we've got a little grass wall here, just to kind of hide all the automotive stuff, so you can't really tell there's a...
That is so cool. You know, I don't think I've seen this in your Instagram.
It's kind of hard to photograph.
Well, it's on video now, my man. Hey, man, you got a really cool van here.
Thank you.
Guys, holy moly. Like, this van, I love living in my van, don't get me wrong, but wow, you could live with, this competes with me for stealth for sure. Like, I'm Ghost, obviously, but man, this is some stealth living. And this Murphy bed design, genius. Oh, it is for sale. You want to contact Brendan? You can contact him through his Instagram. This van is for sale.
Yep. So this van is for sale.
So if you are interested in this van, you can comment here below, or I'll put all the links in the description for my man here. We are actually at a VanLife meetup in San Diego right now, so somebody's probably stolen my van by now. So I do have to get back to that.
I was gonna say maybe a couple things.
Sure.
This is van number 5 for me.
Van 5.
So not my first time, and been living in them for about 5.5 years.
So he knows what he's doing when it comes to van life, or van building and van life.
Yeah.
Because he's been doing it. You've been living in 5 years, really? Jeez, man, I gotta catch up. Damn. Well, hey, man, it's been an absolute pleasure, bro.
Thank you so much.
Anytime, bro.
Cheers.
Have a good one, guys.